Talib Kweli. I got 3 points. Hear me out, and we up out of here. Talib Kweli, Yasin Bey's album, No Fear of Time, is being moved from Luminary over to Bandcamp, right? So I wanted this IG post to read the comments from the fans, supporters, and his replies. And number one of my takeaways is that Talib is an individual that comes across like he only wants yes men around him. And what do I mean by that? Even when fans came in peace, you calling them culture vultures? Why? Because they don't agree with you? That's dangerous. As a person who looked from afar at your progression within this hip hop thing, you spoke about evolution a lot, or even community. And this is the way you communicate to people who actually support you? That's lame. It can be changed, but you have to be open-minded. That's number one. Number two, fans, including myself. Come on, let's talk. We have to stop thinking within the vacuum. There have been many artists who have had exclusive releases on different streaming platforms. We've had individuals who've come to get control of their masters later in their careers. They take everything down so they can get their affairs in order. We've even had people make revisions on the fly. Listen to a song one day, go back next week, a verse is missing, or drums are different. That's the era that we're in. It's the streaming era. We don't own anything. You're paying for a service. It's in the cloud. It's kind of like having cable, right? You're paying for a service, and the moment you don't pay, taking the cable boxes. You know what? That's not even a good analogy. Let's talk licensing. That would be much easier. If you go on Amazon Prime sometimes, right, you can watch a movie, you come back, and they'll say, this movie will be here. Maybe you'll get a prompt, like for 2 more weeks, right? And I think that's the issue. And that which leads me to point number 3, the transparency. Some people are feeling like they were not made aware of what was going on. So they got gypped out. So with the subscription, you pretty much bought the album 3 or 4 times, right? Depending upon how much you paid. I was looking at Luminary. Sometimes I think it was a $35 joint I seen. But then they also have a $5 a month situation. This album came out last May. So the lack of transparency combined with the fans' expectations have us to a point where the music isn't even the forefront anymore. It's the egos. He wants to do what he wants to do. We're expecting something different. And now no one is really talking about the project. I don't think that was his intentions. And I don't think the fans want to be in his place either. But as artists, we understand that a lot of you signed bad deals early in your career, and having control now is something that you don't want to be stripped away again. But the way you speak to your supporters means a lot, because supporting someone is a choice. It really is. And everybody's not a culture vulture just because they don't agree with you. And I'll say this before I go. Mos Def isn't off the hook either. Even though he's quiet, none of this stuff is taking place without him signing off on it as well, because that was a project that was done by 2 entities. So y'all can come at Talib, but make sure you give, Yasin Bey the same smoke, man. That's just my take. It's just my take. Agree with me or not, it's all love. It's your man Eeze. Go get you a share.
Hey, yo, Eeze.